One of the funniest recurring hypotheticals that certain parts of the internet have enjoyed throwing around for the past decade has been about doomsday survival. The most common being how one would survive the Wasteland after nuclear bombs have wiped out society and set the clock back to zero. Fictional media revolving around post-apocalyptic scenarios have always been, especially for the last decade, rather popular among certain people, including myself. Hell, one of my first big writing projects during my senior years of high school was a terrible post-apocalyptic novella that you'll never get to read, thank fuck. As such, the biggest consequence of the Fallout game series' popularity has been the birth of many armchair doomsday preppers, each one dedicated to arguing with others online about the kind of food you should be rationing, how to craft and maintain your weapons and equipment, the kind of people you'd allow into your survival posse, and what kind of materials to build your bomb shelter out of. Even I wasn't immune to it when I was younger, and would indulge in such conversations with my friends at school. However, 15 years onwards since I first saw the peak of these conversations online, I've since come to the conclusion that trying to survive anything resembling a Wasteland from your favourite Fallout title would be worse than death. The most avid among keyboard-wielding armchair preppers who use Fallout as a reference point seem to have forgotten a crucial detail. The game's world takes place 200 years after the bombs have dropped. A world above their fallout shelters that'd allow you to stand outside for more than a few seconds without dropping dead. While some manage to live to be 100 years old or slightly more, being a centenarian is a rarity. Most of us still don't live to be much older than 80. So fat chance you're going to make it 200 years in your underground concrete bunker, assuming you managed to find one to hide in or build one yourself deep enough to survive the impact, eating nothing but tin preservatives and slowly going mad from the lack of sunlight and oxygen. You're more likely to paint the shelter walls with your brains with that big nasty gun you acquired, hoping to use it on mutant fauna. Even in the unlikely chance that we render a landscape habitable enough for you to leave your fallout shelter and not be boiled to death from radiation, could you honestly say you'd be happy to live in this new environment of constant anxiety? I sincerely doubt it. You can try to scrounge for supplies in dilapidated buildings, wrestle with giant radioactive beetles, and kill your fellow survivors over the last tin of Spam with 100 miles if you want. Personally, I'd rather cash in early, embrace the mushroom cloud, and enjoy my new career as a charred skeleton, unbothered by the baby radioactive beetle using my ribcage as a little makeshift house as it watches its mother tear your stupid head off.